Hello everyone, welcome to Numbers and Dumbbells. My name is Lucas, and this is the first video on a two-part series that involves cardiovascular exercise, good old cardio. So this is going to be a two-part series. The first video, this one, is going to focus mainly on the science and benefits of cardio, whereas the second video is going to focus mainly on how to do cardio, how to stick to it, because let's be honest, most people are not sticking to their cardio. They may find it boring. To be honest, in the past, when anybody mentioned cardio, the only thing that came to my mind was basically someone running on a treadmill. That does not suit me specifically. Everyone has their own likes and dislikes, and it's all a matter of finding what you like. That way you stick to it long term, because you're not going to be doing something long term if you don't like it. Let's start with some of the science. Now, there is a plethora of information of the benefits of cardiovascular exercise, and it would be almost impossible to put it all in one video because there's just so much supporting evidence, and you would have to look all around the internet to find all the studies that have been ran in regards to how cardio improves people's lives. Let's just go through some of the major benefits here. First off, cardio works out the heart, the most important muscle in the human body. And what does that do? Well, regular activity and high fitness reduces the risk of any type of premature death, as well as developing cardiovascular diseases. And what's important here is that dose response is demonstrated to exist. So what does this mean? Dose response means that the more you do it, the more benefits you will reap from it. So, in other words, the more cardio you do, the better for your body. It's not a yes or no. It's not a black and white situation. There is this dose response, so the more you do it, the more benefits you will reap. Then diabetes. Cardio helps in the primary prevention of type 2 diabetes, and patients with diabetes have improved glucose homeostasis. So what does this mean? Glucose is the sugar. Homeostasis is a process in which an entity, let's say the body here, tries to find balance. So if you have a low blood sugar level, then through homeostasis and through bodily processes, the body will try to regulate that to a more normal level. In addition to that, there is a strong association between exercise and reduced rate of any type of death. And when it comes to cancer, routine physical activities associated with reductions in specific types of cancers, such as breast cancer and colon cancer. Patients with cancer have shown to reduce the overall risk of resurgence of cancer. And moving on, we have osteoporosis. Cardiovascular exercise prevents the loss of bone mineral density and acquiring osteoporosis, especially in menopausal women, and older people benefit more from this. What does that mean? It doesn't mean that younger people don't benefit from it, but older people are more prone to diseases like osteoporosis, so their bodies will undeniably benefit more from the cardiovascular exercise when it comes to that specific topic, osteoporosis in this example. The same can be argued for the cancer situation that we mentioned previously. As a general statement, higher musculoskeletal strength leads to fewer incidences of diabetes, strokes, arthritis, coronary artery disease, and pulmonary disorders. So as you can see, a lot of benefits, and it would be almost impossible to compile it all again in one video. Talking about how much cardio you should do, professionals, scientists, experts advocate for as little as 500 kilocalories per week. So we all know that cardio burns calories through work done. We burn calories throughout the day, but cardio is one of the activities that we can engage in to burn additional calories. It's not a lot, but it makes up at least a certain percentage throughout the day. I'll show that information right now in an image. This study has shown that in the case of diabetes, and when it comes to diabetes, as little as 40 minutes per week of an activity with 5.5 meds or above. Meds is metabolic equivalent, which means pretty much how much effort you're putting into a certain activity. Just laying around, existing, doing nothing is metabolic equivalent or met of 1, whereas walking could be a metabolic equivalent of maybe 3 or 4, depending on the pace. Something like running or playing soccer, football perhaps, a more contact-oriented, high-intensity exercise may have a metabolic equivalent of 9, 10, maybe 11. High intensity cardio may have a metabolic equivalent of 14, 15. So that's what METs means. And when it comes to cancer, for breast and colon cancer in specific, when it comes to this study, at least 30 to 60 minutes per week of an activity of 4.5 METs or above. Now, we already said there's a minimum amount to do, and we don't know what the upper limit is, but most people advocate for at least 1,000 kilocalories per week. 1,000 does not sound too much to me. I think that's fairly doable for everyone. We'll talk more about which type of cardio you can do in the next video, but that's as far as the benefits go. So it would be impossible to put it all in one video. We all know it's important. We all know it helps in longevity. And that pretty much sums up the conversation of some of the benefits that cardio gives you. The next video, once again, will focus on which type of cardio you can do and what I do in order to stick to it. I used to be one of those people that thought of cardio and thought it was boring, but now I do it at least for an hour daily. And I think that's important. I think there are many things to consider. It's not as simple as just jogging on a treadmill, but that's something that we'll look at in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. This was Numbers and Dumbbells. My name is Lucas, and I'll see you guys in the next video.